Hello and welcome to this new episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. Today we have Luz here with us and she's amazing. So Luz, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Thank you so much, Tony, for inviting me in your podcast. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Luz Dimaculangan, a published author, inspirational speaker, and a certified transformational coach. After more than 20 years in accounting and leadership roles, I now help people design lives that they truly love by reconnecting with their God-given purpose. This is done by dissolving beliefs and stepping boldly into what's next. My work is centered into helping people rediscover their dreams, the ones that they buried, and to build that they love, the life that is rooted in faith, hope, and clarity. I help two kinds of people: those who know what they want but do not know how to get it, and those who feel that there is something more but don't know what it is.
Great. And you also started the coaching business in May 2025 after a long career in accounting. So what inspired you to begin this new chapter?
You know, Tony, for many years, I lived what many would call a stable and successful career in accounting. I came to the United States with the purpose of giving my family a better life. And I worked hard, built a career, and did everything I thought I was supposed to do. But then life shifted in a way that I never expected. When both of my parents passed away just 1 month apart, I felt devastated, empty, lost, and in that season of deep grief, I found myself asking God, if life is so fragile, how am I supposed to live the rest of my years? What's my purpose now? And in that quiet place, I felt something in my spirit, calling to share hope in the world. But of course, I was asking, how will I do this? I don't know how to do that. And then a childhood memory surfaced, one that I had buried for decades. You know, Tony, when I was a little girl in the Philippines, I used to write stories in the dirt with a stick. And I dreamt of becoming a writer. But my father told me there's no money in becoming a writer. So I buried that dream and became an accountant instead. But God never forgets the dreams that He plants. When I felt Him calling me to write a book, I doubted. I said, who would read my story? Who would buy my book? I didn't feel qualified. I didn't feel ready. Then one day, I saw an ad from the Brave Thinking Institute, a program about discovering your purpose, and something inside me said, this is for you. So I enrolled, I learned the Dream Builder principles, and I became certified as a transformational coach. And then I began to believe again. With the tools I learned, I was able to publish my book. And the doors began to open. Doors only God could open. Just last month, I had a successful book signing in Los Angeles. The week before that, I shared my book in San Diego. And the week before that, I had the book signing in Vancouver, Canada. My book, the one that I once doubted that no one would read, is now translated in Chinese, Hindu, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, and French. God didn't just revive my childhood dream. He expanded it beyond anything that I could have imagined. Actually, just last week, I just published my second book. And that is why I am so passionate about being a coach in the Dream Builder program. Because I know deep in my spirit that every single one of us has a dream inside. Somewhere along the way, life may have buried it, circumstances may have silenced it, but fear, although it might have pushed it aside, the dream is still there inside of us.
Wonderful. So you're a transformation coach certified by the Brave Thinking Institute. What does transformation mean to you?
Great question, Tony. Transformation to me is the sacred process of becoming who God originally designed you to be. It's not about fixing what's broken. It's about awakening what's already inside you. It is the holy work of aligning your mindset with your God-given identity. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about returning to who you were always meant to be. It's the moment someone looks at their life and says, I refuse to stay here. Transformation happens when you shift your thinking, align with your purpose, and take courageous action toward the life that you truly deserve. That is from living by default to living by design. It's the journey from fear to faith, from limitation to possibility, from surviving to living fully. I've watched my clients go from hopeless to hopeful, from stuck to unstoppable, simply because they shifted their belief, their thought, and their mindset.
You said, but don't know how to get it. And then also those who feel there is something more, but don't know what it is. So, what do you see people struggling with the most?
Wonderful question, Tony. You know, most people struggle with clarity, not because they don't have dreams, but because life has buried those dreams under responsibility, deadlines, expectations, pressure to perform, fear, self doubt, disappointments, and the belief that wanting more is selfish or unrealistic. Many people also struggle with permission to grow, to change, to want more, to step out of the familiar. They're waiting for someone to tell them it's okay to want more, to grow, to change, to pursue a calling that feels bigger than their current reality. And almost everyone struggles with mindset. The internal stories that says, I'm not enough, it's too late, or I don't deserve that. My work is helping them quiet the noise so they can hear the truth of who they are. I support them to rewrite their stories so they can move forward with confidence and vision.
So, your message is very connected to hope, faith, and purpose. How do you help people uncover dreams they may have buried or forgotten?
Use the Dream Builder program, Tony. This is designed by the Brave Thinking Institute, and it's a proven, reliable, repeatable system that guides people to explore the moments in their life, the ones where they felt most alive, most connected, most inspired, because those moments, Tony, are clues for their purpose. I help them listen to the whispers of their heart, not the noise of their circumstances. And I teach them how to dream again with God at the center, trusting that He never forgets the dreams that He plants. Dreams don't disappear, Tony. They just get covered. I help people dust them off, hold them again, and believe that it's not too late. When someone reconnects with a dream that they had buried decades ago, you can see it in their eyes. That spark, that light, that sense of, I remember who I am. And then, after discovering their dreams, I support my clients to bridge their current circumstances to the life that they love. The journey I help them go through is breaking the ground of their dreams till they become the person that God designed them to be.
Exactly. And yeah, I mean, when you were talking about these dreams and how they people reconnect to that, I really connected to that. So you also recently published a book which was translated into seven languages, as you mentioned, and you received a positive response, including book signing in Canada, San Diego, Los Angeles. I love Los Angeles, by the way. And plus an invitation, to Frankfurt Book Fest. So, what
Mhm.
all this experience means to you?
Great question, Tony. Publishing my book and seeing it translated into 7 languages: Chinese, Hindu, Spanish, Portuguese, German, Italian, and French has been one of the most humbling experiences of my life. It reminded me that when God plants a message in your heart, He already knows the people around the world who will one day need to hear it. What has meant for me to be the most difficult season of my life has now become a global conversation. And then when I walk into the book signings in Canada, San Diego, and Los Angeles, I wasn't just meeting readers. I was meeting leaders, entrepreneurs, and professionals who were navigating reinvention, transition, or grief while still growing with their teams, their families, and their communities. Hearing them say, "Your story helped me rethink who I am," reminded me that purpose has no borders and that faith anchored leadership resonates everywhere. The invitation connected to the Frankfurt Book Fest felt like a divine confirmation. I never imagined that a story born from grief would travel across continents. But that's the beauty of purpose. When you surrender your story to God, He expands it before what you could ever orchestrate on your own. So, Tony, what has this experience meant to me? It has reminded me that impact is not measured by numbers. Remember, I'm an accountant, I'm a number person. But now I know that impact is measured by the heart's reach. It has shown me that when you lead with authenticity, vulnerability, and faith, your message becomes universal. And it has strengthened my commitment to help people rebuild and lead their lives and careers with clarity of purpose, courage, and a mindset that allows them to rise even in challenging seasons. And that's why I am passionate of being a coach.
Great. I mean, when you're talking about this invitation to the fest, it's Frankfurt Book Fest. It's just, yeah, I felt that because this podcast as well recently was actually nominated for an award. So it's
Oh, great,
it's great
great.
feeling to actually see that something we're working on is really bringing some great results. And then on top of that, your goal over the next 12 months is to coach, many more clients. So what kind of people would you love to support through your coaching?
Great question, Tony. I want to support people who are ready for change. People who feel that tag in their spirit that says, there is more for me. Whether they're navigating loss, career transition, reinvention, stepping into new roles, rebuilding their lives, longing for a deeper sense of purpose, or simply wanting to lead their lives with more clarity and courage. I want to walk alongside those who are willing to invest in their growth and trust that God has a bigger story for their lives.
So you mentioned that one challenge is the financial paradigms of prospective clients. What do you wish people to understand about investing in their personal growth and future when they're working with you?
Beautiful, beautiful question, Tony. I wish people understood that investing in themselves is not an expense or luxury. It's a seed. When you invest in your mindset, your purpose, your healing, and your vision, you're planting seeds that produce fruit for the rest of your life and your next generation. It's stewardship. When you invest in your growth, you're honoring the life God gave you. The greatest breakthrough don't come from external circumstances. They come from internal transformation. And the truth is, staying stuck costs far more than investing in your future. Investing in your future is an act of faith, a declaration that you believe God has more for you and you're willing to partner with Him to receive it. When you choose your growth, you're choosing freedom, clarity, and possibility. And that is priceless.
Great. So, Luz, if people want to actually get in touch with you, connect to you, learn more about you, or maybe even, check out your books, how they can do that?
Okay, I have an author website. It's called luzdimaculangan.com. And then for my coaching, my company is thezoeshift.com. The Zoe Shift because it's a shift for abundance. So I am greatly honored for conversation with them. Let
Great.
us all discover our purpose.
Totally. Anyone watching us, you can actually check out the links that Luz just mentioned in the description of this episode, and they'll be there. And then also, if you have any question for Luz or me, you can ask them in the comments, and we'll be more than happy to answer those. If you like this episode, drop us a like, subscribe, and also comment below as well, because that's really what helps the episode and help us understand as well what's happening and what's going through our minds. So really, Luz, thank you so much for being a guest today. That was lovely. And, hope to see you soon again on this podcast. And thank you all and see you in the next episode.
Thank you so much for the privilege of being with you. Thank you.